All right, welcome to another episode of Reso Biz, episode number 5 of the Churchwood build series. I'm enjoying this. This week we're not going to be quite so silly or crazy. Just get down to business, get some stuff done. Hope you enjoy. Hi, I'm Byrl with Byrl Guitars, and welcome to Reso Biz, where everything is greater with a reso. All right, choices. I've got this being it's for the most part our customer Roger wants a distressed model, but we're doing a few things that kind of get outside of the bounds of a distressed model. One of them being where we put in the flame maple in this, usually like a distressed model Churchwood, especially the Churchwood. That's distressed model is just kind of distressed finish, but with the Churchwood I use everything Churchwood other than like the top bracing on the inside and fretboard. That's ebony. The rest of it would be so. So when I do that, I say that because then I will also use all mahogany tailpiece. But since we're already kind of broken the rule, I'm going to go ahead and use this little sandwich. And what it is, the grain is going this way on this part of it, and it's going the opposite way there. And then I have a piece of, actually it's monkey pod. It's like koa. In between it going another direction or whatever. And then I'm going to thin this up, square it up, and we're going to make it fit in there. And the reason is because that strengthens that tail end back there. And I'm always worried about that. I don't want to break in long ways on the seam or with the grain this way. So we put the grain both directions and lock it up good. Usually I use a walnut one with, what is it that I use? Sycamore in the middle. But we're going to do this. This is Churchwood on both sides with a piece of monkey pod in the middle. Alright, you say, why did you use monkey pod? I had a piece of it laying around. I just wanted something with grain going a different direction. And it's similar to, it's in the feel and density of mahogany. So I think it'll work just fine. Alright, let me get this thing cleaned up. Like a cup of coffee and a little working on dobros. I have my fret lines here. Wonderful thing about square neck guitars is you don't have to have metal frets. They're a hassle to me to put in, to clean up and all that, and then you just got metal wires running across. But we don't touch them, so there's not any sense in using them. And I've got curly maple frets, so there's a little light dark look. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but I really like that look in these. They vary just slightly. Not 100% sure, but I mean, it don't take much. So I'm hunting. And then sometimes, I don't know, I just find the frets that, see, that kind of wiggles. I won't use that one. But I might have a tight fret cut somewhere and it'll be just right. I like the look of a inlaid fretboard. I love the possibilities with a square neck guitar, because you can just do anything you want to a fretboard, and we don't ever touch it. We just reference these marks for where the steel goes. Alright, now we got pretty much a rough out of fretboard, and I gotta see what our customers wanting. But we have to put some sort of binding, whether it's ebony or, I'm thinking, but I can't remember what he said. He may want it curly maple bound, but we might put some curly maple bound on it and then dye it really dark black. Let that flame show through just a little bit, and that'll give it that simple ebony look. I gotta talk to him, see what he wants to do. Doesn't look super pretty, but then this is a rustic guitar. Talk about unique. I mean, I don't know how other people feel about it, but somehow it's really, really special to me. Everything down to the way that the wood is cut, by a tool, and these clamps, all this stuff tells a story. The edge of this wood being kind of round the way it is and being the edge of the log, and being able to, when it was raw and in a board state, be able to measure the log and get an idea of telling the story of how big the tree is. And this is very special pieces of wood. I'm kind of jealous. That's not my guitar. I have a Churchwood, but I don't have it quite like this. This is really neat. And he's got it on. He's gonna have it. This is the inside, but this is also for the back side too. Look at that. I mean, and all this will stay. I'm gonna want this guitar. I think I always want all my guitars, but this one especially, I think. I really like that. I like shiny and fancy and flashy, but there's something about rough and rugged that I end up winning out with me. I always want a fancy one, but then I'm always afraid to play it or use it, or a nice truck, nice vehicle. I like the rat rods. I like the rough. What do you call this? Distressed looking, and the history to it. It's gonna be very neat. Alright, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Just a little bit of progress on the Churchwood. Next week we'll be getting down some fine details, things that I got to ask our customer Roger about, and need to know. He likes sound forward holes. Got to figure out if I'm putting a sound forward hole in it. Got to figure out what he wants for binding. I've got to get. I can't put the inlay on the top of this head, or the what is that called? The top plate. Because I got to get a certain inlay. We're going to do something special. Another thing is going to make me jealous on this one, because I ain't got it on mine. And a few other little things. We got to brace the inside, get the bracing done for the back, and get this thing ready to be closed up and make a box out of it. So fun things coming up. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll subscribe if you're not, and hit the like button. And look forward to seeing a little more progress on this next Saturday around 6 o'clock. Thank you. Bye.